are live. I should totally change the name of the stream because it's not lav mic testing anymore. What I've learned from my past stream is that if I fiddle around with my lav mic and it magically does something weird, the live stream turns off. So no more weird shenanigans testing with lav mic for now. But I'll be back and I'll play around with it for sure. We're brewing with the AeroPress again. I've mixed some things up and I've written all of the brewing recipes and stuff on the fridge. So I'll zoom in on that a bit later, but maybe maybe I'll just do it right now. Like so. This way, we really just get to see the progress of how it happens and how I'm tweaking my recipe, instead of me trying to showcase this all the time on the stream. But yeah, let's start brewing. And today I'm also going to use my old AeroPress. So I have a really ancient AeroPress here that has blue numbers and is transparent. It's really the same AeroPress as the newer one that has like this gray plastic with red text. Just that it's just way cooler. Okay, so let's measure out our beans. I'll lower down the cam so that we can see what I'm doing over here. Like so. So we need 15 grams of coffee. $15 grams of coffee right over here. And we will assemble the AeroPress. So I need to put a filter in. Like so. Screw the AeroPress on like so. Get a glass. Preheat. Toss out the water, be right back. Pour in the grinds. And since I'm brewing with 90 degrees Celsius of water, it's a bit too hot right now, so it's boiling. Wonder if you can see that even. Ooh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add a dash of water to quickly cool it down. There we go. It's now 90 degrees Celsius. And let's begin. So I'll be pouring all the water yet again as quickly as possible, stir it, and then plop this in to lock in the liquid into the chamber. So let's start. Turn on the timer. Pour, and stir, stir, stir. And I'm pouring all the way up to 55 grams of water, like so. Take this and lock in the seal, like so. And now we just wait 3.5 minutes. So I'll just showcase this over here. Maybe do a bit of a close-up. Let's see. How does this work? You also get to see my mini setup over here. Computer right over there. Messy background. But yeah, close up on the AeroPress. We'll also go back to this over here. Right now, July 30th, and what we did to change our recipe was to increase the brewing ratio from 1:16 to 1:17, and that leads to 255 grams of water instead of the 240 grams. And we'll see how that tastes like. Hopefully it's even better than what it was yesterday. And I'll put you back on the stand. So it's been 2 minutes. I'm just gonna clean up a bit. I'll just take care of my coffee in the meantime. Okay, so we're closing in on the 4-minute mark. I wonder if you can see this over here. Timer right over here. And we'll be pressing down. Like so. we'll just let it cool down a bit while I do some more cleaning up. Pretty nice puck going on. Wonder if it can. Oh no. I'm just gonna rinse this guy. And that is the cup of coffee. Let's give it a stir and taste it. Ooh, bless me. Okay, so yet again, what we did differently this time around. What we changed this time around was to increase our brewing ratio from 1 to 16 to 1 to 17. That led us to add an additional 15 grams of water. And we did this because yesterday I tasted that the cup was a bit under extracted, and when I added a dash of water, it opened up and it tasted way better. So instead of adding a dash of water, I tweaked my brewing recipe to do the extra extraction, and hopefully this cup tastes even better. So far this is actually the best cup that I've had without any tweaking. The mouthfeel is very nice and silky. It's not overly sour or bitter, so extraction is really good. It has like a slight tropical acidity hidden behind it, and it's very subtle, but it's there and it's delicious. I think that right now it's at a very good point, the cup of coffee, and I would drink a lot of cups like this. However, I would also love to play around even further and see if I can get different types of compositions with these beans over here. Because now that I've gotten a really good brewing recipe with the AeroPress, it's easy to always just come back and brew with it again with that recipe. But right now it's all about exploration and seeing if we can push this cup even further. Yeah, it's just a really good cup of coffee. Very smooth, a bit of acidity, and pretty solid. So I'm gonna write that on the extraction level over here. Looking for my red Sharpie, or not Sharpie, but dry eraser marker. Oh well, I'll have to use a orange one. So extraction was nice and balanced, and taste was really good. I would brew this cup of coffee again and enjoy it. Now, yet again, what would I do with this cup of coffee? Well, I would probably try to change two variables in very opposite directions and totally mix up the composition. So I think we're gonna do that for tomorrow. So we already know that I can always brew this cup of coffee again since I have the brewing recipe right over there. But we're going to change up our grind size and go very coarse and see if we can get another delicious cup of coffee from these bag of beans over here. So looking at the brewing recipe, here I'll bring you closer. Like so. Tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll change the grind size to something very coarse, maybe like 4 or 5 notches higher in grind size. And this is all subjective according to my grinder, so I'm kind of just turning the knob and changing the grind size. Say for the coarseness, I'll change up something else and try to extract a bit more. So I'll probably bring the temperature back to boil, and I'll keep it at, actually maybe I'll try a 1:18 ratio. So I'll do those two things to compensate for the coarser grind size. So let's write that down. And I found the red Sharpie. So tomorrow we are going to use a 1:18 ratio. We're going to keep 270 grams of water. We're gonna change it to boil, and we will change the grind size and up it by like 4 notches. So instead of having it on 33, I'll change it to 37. Brew time will be the same at 4 minutes, like so. And I'm really enjoying this new mini whiteboard that I have right now with the fridge. It's pretty chill. Much easier to write on and showcase things. Like so. So yeah, that's today's brew. Yet again, it's only the 3rd brew with this bag of beans. I've gotten it to a really good point. Tomorrow I'll totally mix up the recipe and try a different version of hopefully these beans over here. And I'm doing that by grinding coarser and then changing a couple of variables, which is increasing the brewing ratio and also changing my water temperature to boil to compensate for that. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Have a good evening / morning / whatever, wherever you're at. And we'll end the stream at that.